As you know, one of the topics and issues that I am so passionate about learning more about and having conversation regarding and bringing to your attention is the topic of human trafficking. And you may know that for 2020, my original intention was to take my impact events, the Elevate Impact events across the province of Alberta, to encourage discussion and raise awareness on the fact that human trafficking is such a prevalent issue in our cities, our province, and in our country. Now, we all know what happened with 2020, so I don't even need to go into that. But I do need to be vocal, and I need to keep the messaging coming. And I just had a conversation today with with a woman who works frontline very directly with human trafficking and specifically with the Indigenous community who is disproportionately affected by this rapidly growing crime. And on that note, human trafficking is one of the fastest growing crimes in our country. And I think it's really important that we acknowledge that this is happening in Canada, and it's happening to residents of our country being trafficked within our own borders, so domestic human trafficking. So this isn't something that happens overseas only. This is something that is happening within an 11-block radius. Think about the statistic for a moment, where you are in your home. 11 blocks in any direction, somebody is impacted by human trafficking, by exploitation. It's a lot. It's happening so much. It's happening to young girls, to women. And one of the conversations that I just had that I wanted to bring to light, because it's another piece of this massive puzzle that needs awareness brought to it, is that young boys, young men are being targeted. They are in high demand in sex trafficking. So our young boys and youth are being targeted by traffickers to be sold for sex. And one of the big issues is that because these young boys and young men are not even aware that they are a target, it's happening so much easier. They're being targeted. They don't even know that this is a thing that they need to watch out for. And so it's happening so much easier than if we talk about it. And another added element of difficulty and challenge with this is these young boys and men are so ashamed by what has happened to them and the stigma associated with it that they're so reluctant to come forward and talk about it, which just further buries this issue. So we need to talk about it. We need to talk about human trafficking. We need to talk about the fact that this happens in our cities, in our rural areas, throughout our province, throughout our country. We need to talk about this. We need to share with everybody that will listen that this crime is happening in our country, and we can't stay silent about it. We need to educate our children so that they are prepared and armed with knowledge of what to look out for, what those warning signs are, what the flags are, so that they can come and ask for help. This luring and grooming is happening online as well as in person. So we need to teach our kids what to look for. We need to know what to look for so that we can educate our youth so that they can look out for themselves and stand up for themselves and know when to ask for help. We need to share this. We need this to be everywhere, not buried deep. So educate yourself. There are so many resources out there, so many agencies doing work. And I will share that information in the comment section of where you can reach out to, who you can look to for accurate information. Information that isn't sensationalized, but it's the facts and that are stories so that we can connect and understand and share with other people. So please share this video, share what you've learned, share what you continue to learn. The more of us that are talking about it, the bigger impact that we can have in the fight to end this fast growing, horrific crime. So thank you so much for taking the time to listen, and reach out to me, DM me. Let's have some conversations and work on this together. Thanks.